All right, boys. Now we are officially live. So welcome to you guys waiting in the waiting room there. What's going on, everybody? How we doing? Good to see you
Oh, doing
guys.
great.
Yes.
Great, brother. Thanks for
Well,
having us.
absolutely, guys. I appreciate this very much. This is our first ever episode or segment of what we're calling "Don't Drink in Mine." So
It's true. Never
yes,
do
never do that because you might you might end up in trouble. So
that. Dude, so I was cleaning snow today, right? And my gloves were just covered in it because it just wouldn't stop snowing. And then I kind of shook my hand like to take the glove off, and I heard my 1660 Ti start sizzling,
yep.
and it was like, I was like, oh my god! So I think almost started a fire. We're good though.
Oh my god, dude. So you're still
can relate.
you're still getting snow out in your area, I assume then, huh?
Oh, it's been terrible. Yesterday was like at least 6 inches. Today, 6, 7 inches. Just won't stop, man.
Dude, it's so I'm in the New England area, not to dox too much, but you guys knew I was on vacation in Mexico for 2.5 weeks. It snowed while I was away, 24 inches. Ridiculous. So most of it melted when obviously when I came back, but it was a little scary. I was nervous there for a second.
Yeah, man. So hey, you got lucky, right?
I did get lucky, and actually I have cameras set up all around my house, and a good neighbor, I still haven't found out who he is, but he shoveled my steps, so that was very, very nice of him. So, yeah.
Yeah, I could definitely relate.
Yeah.
Past
Yes.
2 days, we almost a foot of snow where I'm at.
The Canadian.
So, yeah,
Absolutely.
every morning out there shoveling snow.
There we
Sounds
go.
about right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, I think we're missing an apple on this stream.
Are we missing an apple? Yeah.
Can you see him?
No, that's our music bot.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the music bot
Oh,
if you
okay.
see him.
My bad.
Yeah. So just want to check in with chat. So it looks like we get some people rolling in here. So thank you guys for joining us again. As we see Red Llama, what's going on? Thank you for coming. We've got our good buddy Red Fox Crypto. Salute to you, bro. Hopefully you're here and you got a drink in hand. So salute to you. Thanks for dropping by. See a few other people in here. So Stake Crypto Mining. Hey, what's going on, bud? Good to see you. And who else we got in here?
What you drinking
Intergay.
on?
What am I drinking on?
Yeah, what you guys drinking on?
Good old Captain Morgan's, buddy. Switch to the good stuff. I do have a beer on deck, but what do they say? It's liquor before beer, you're in the clear. Beer before liquor, never sicker. Is that the saying?
That's it. That's
Yeah.
the one. Red Fox, a big drinker. He'll know all about it.
Exactly, dude. Exactly. You gotta have the experience. And honestly, I haven't had a good Captain Morgan's in a while. I did a lot of pina coladas on the beach. That's what it was. So did my fair share of drinking while I was away. But hey, you gotta enjoy
Was it
life.
expensive in Mexico? I've never been there.
Honestly, man, not really. We stayed in Cancun, and it was in an all-inclusive resort. So obviously, drinking and eating is free. I guess the prices of the hotel itself is a little bit up there, but the problem with that is I won't speak too much about my vacation. Is you lose the quality of food in those all-inclusives. So food was like but beach was beautiful, weather was beautiful. Mexico in general, like, coming as a tourist, like dollar to peso ratio, like, yeah, you can do a lot with the dollar down there. So it's nice.
Right on, dude. So, tell me about your friends, man. I don't think we've ever got to speak. Which y'all's names?
I'm Ryder.
What's
My
up,
name's
man?
Joshua. Josh Anthony.
What's up,
Pleasure to
Josh?
meet you.
Yep. So
Yeah, man.
so DJ,
Having a-
these are our two actually my new partners on the crypto NFT venture. So you guys probably saw some posts out there. So I just want to thank these guys for joining us on the live stream tonight. We're going to do a little bit of a segment and a plug for the project, and those who might be interested in NFTs to learn a little bit about that, learn about some of the things that we have been doing and how I've become involved with these guys. Is quite an interesting story there. So we'll spend a little bit of time probably midway through the stream, and they were nice enough to join us and hang out, drink, and kind of they're definitely interested in the mining realm. It's kind of new to them. I kind of was talking their ear off for the last couple of weeks with all the cool stuff. They checked out the channel, and so yeah, they're definitely interested in this community and all the things that have been happening. So
Get into it, man. It's awesome. Change your life forever.
change your life forever.
Want a mansion tomorrow? One graphics card. It's all you need.
Yeah, there you go. And yeah, K-Man, you mentioned the story how we met. If they actually watched some of your previous videos, one of them in particular, they might already have a little backstory to it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there's a video we made a couple weeks ago. It was called an NFT rug pull scam. I won't get into it, but you guys feel free to check it out. But there's quite a interesting, strange, but interesting history on why we're together. But these guys are awesome. They're all bright guys, business mindset. Josh is our artist. Ryder's kind of chief operations, dealing with the team. And the cool thing about this team is we operate by consensus. So there's no boss, which is nice. We're all in there. We all vote. We all kind of get together, put our heads on what we're going to do and how we're going to do it. So I think there's big things to come. And they've taught me a ton about the NFT space because, like yourself, DJ, I'm new to the NFT space. So kudos to these guys for, educating this old guy here. So
yeah, I'll be honest, I don't know anything about NFTs except for me and Hobbyist Miner were talking yesterday on his stream about like wild monkeys and like I don't know, the most random things we see on NFT. That's pretty much all I know. And then I know there's another side of it, which is like owning something very expensive and maybe you want to put that in a vault, and so it kind of keeps record of it. I don't know. We'll find out later, obviously, but I have no knowledge of NFTs, no idea.
Absolutely.
To get into it.
Well, you're in for a real treat. So we'll save some time. I definitely want to catch up about some of the mining stuff that's been going on, and I think probably stick around in here if you want to learn about the project and NFTs. We'll have Josh and Ryder and myself touch on some of the specifics about that, and we'll go from there. So.
What is the latest graphics card you've picked up?
Dude, I have been slacking, so I know you guys have been talking about that. I saw the live stream with you and Hobbyist last night. It's a lot of good Q&A back and forth, and I'm just sitting there like, dude, I am so far behind, like not just on content, but on the actual mining operations. So the last card I got was about almost 5 weeks ago, and it was RX 6600. So
hey, that's a good card.
It is a good card. It's a very good card, super power efficient. We talk about the future. We potentially think that, mining ice age, so to speak, is on our heels, and we want to maximize efficiency. So hopefully, I saw Panda's video, I saw Bitsby Trippin's piece, and I actually listened to a little bit of that Vitalik live stream about Ethereum, and just hearing how uncertain he was about the merge. So that's kind of encouraging. I almost want to go out and buy a bunch more graphics cards in hopes that it'll keep getting prolonged. But I'm treating things a little bit carefully right now, as well as I'm sure the rest of the community is a little bit more sensitive to, obviously, if you find a good deal, sure, I've definitely been looking for really good deals, but I feel I am particularly a little bit more hesitant than maybe, I don't know, 3 to 6 months ago, in terms about buying cards, right? So before, I was going every month to Micro Center, camping out, looking on Best Buy, going on Newegg, doing the shuffles every day. Now I'm a little bit more like, not nonchalant, but I'm not pushing as hard. So I saw you picked up a graphics card lately.
So I got probably in the last 30 days, I got like 15 new ones, but my last package was 23070 non-LHRs, and I forgot what the other one was. It was a 3060 Ti Founder Edition.
Yep.
So yeah, I've actually been getting a bunch of those for relatively fair price, like 850, $900, where it used to
Wow.
be like over 1,000 all day.
Right.
And
Right.
I actually just saw one on Facebook Marketplace locally in my area. It was only $800, and it's just sitting there. Like nobody's buying them locally right now. So
Right.
prices are
Right.
definitely coming down. And then I know you mentioned the potential of the Ethereum merge getting delayed. I think that'll happen. I think obviously I don't know. I'm just predicting the future here, which doesn't mean anything. But I do think the merge will get delayed, and when it does, or if it does, then the price of Ethereum will go down significantly. That's what I'm predicting in the short term for sure, right? Because hedge funds, the people with the large amount of monies that are going to move, I don't want to say stock, that will move the coin, right? They're probably going to sell out because they're afraid, but that, hey, still more time for us to get coin. And I think in the long term for Ethereum, it'll still be worth it if you can make it through this consolidation period or bear market period that we're going through.
Right. Right. And I think you guys were talking about it last night. I found that interesting. Is this so-called bear market that we're in right now? It's almost like it's like a pseudo bear market. Like it's a new type of bear market where we're like the price point hasn't really dropped down too low for it to be like an official bear market. We're in this like weird zone, and I think to your point, it's causing this interesting, like, I don't know, I guess revelation, so to speak, in terms of pricing for the graphics cards. Like it's almost like they go up, they go down. Right now things are pretty steady, but definitely, like you said, things have come down a little bit over the last couple months, which that's encouraging to see.
Yeah, man, absolutely.
See, who do we have else in here?
We got Veteran Miner.
Yep.
Like you said hello to Red Llama already, right?
Yep.
Y'all better be drinking a little something if you're of age. I don't know how old you are. Bacon, eggs, and ham or hash. Oh, okay.
Sounds like a great breakfast.
So, DJ, I meant to ask you, and I'm not sure if you've covered this in depth or if you want to go too deep because you might have some content. But your crypto garage that you landed, I saw your live streams. I see some content about that. So, you want to talk a little bit about that? Like, what's your vision with that thing?
Right. So originally I was going to do 200 amp panel, which is pretty much the same as this house, but it'd be a lot more than the house because I wouldn't have like, a washer. I wouldn't have an oven going. So it was definitely a lot more opportunity. And then I was really thinking about it and I was like, man, it's going to cost $1,500 for the 200 amp panel. Why don't we just go 400 amp? So we went ahead and went 400 amp. And so hopefully the next 3 to 4 weeks, everything should be up and running. I've already paid the electrician. And the difficult thing about the situation that I had is where the people had like their electric meter and not electric meter, the meter and the telephone pole. It's so outdated. It's like 60 years old. It's run down. I have to get all that replaced. I have to get basically everything redone, all the cables and everything. So it's a lot of work, but absolutely long term, I want that shed to turn into like an ASIC farm.
Oh, damn.
Because I think I mean, unpopular opinion here. Like, I'm not sure how much longer graphics cards will be the most viable thing. At least for a couple years, I think it's going to be a really bumpy road. And so I would like to diversify a little bit with the ASICs, because Bitcoin's not going anywhere. Bitcoin's good to go. The proof of work, but it's a lot of the other coins that we're mining with our graphics card that are in danger. So I would like to diversify a little bit and just kind of try a little bit more ASICs on the side.
Yeah, I think that's a good strategy. I see a few different folks that I know out in the community, different content creators that kind of have the same mindset. Obviously, it's like you mentioned, you need to have a little bit bigger infrastructure for power. You got to be set up a little bit more beefy. for some of those machines, definitely higher wattage situation. So, preparing to pay a higher electric bill to be able to cover that, depending upon what your strategy is. And we'll see where this thing goes, man. But I think the formula is still the same. I think Ethereum goes away and the miners need to go somewhere, right? So we're either going to have a big chunk of people bail out and sell off their rigs, sell off their farms, and then you might have people going to like the Flux or the Ergo, potentially even Ravencoin or some other projects that are out there. And yeah, it's going to be interesting, man. But I'm mining until every last drop, bro. Till there's no Ethereum left to be fucking mined, dude. So.
And then I think another good one, not right now, I'm not gonna be doing it, but I think Ethereum Classic will be very popular. Honestly, once Ethereum goes away, right, for anybody who doesn't know, a lot of those ASICs are still going to be able to mine if they get reprogrammed, or really some of them won't even have to get reprogrammed and still be able to do ETH hash, right? So Ethereum Classic potentially could be something that they all move to, Ergo, right? There's still some other algorithms that they could potentially go to, and I think that's going to be like the next coin that everybody mines, just because there'd be so much hash rate on them. But obviously we don't know for sure. Hopefully
right.
Flux. I do like Flux a lot. You never know what could happen.
Right. So that's the risk, right? Is it, let's just say Ethereum, ETC is the next, coin up, right? And everyone flocks to that. I mean, it's gonna saturate the network difficulty, right? It's gonna be hard to actually get a good yield on the coin, and then the profitability then in turn is just not there. So it's just I mean, who knows what the future holds, man? But I think we're all preparing, and there's different things that are out there. But the I guess the mining community and everyone is still, like, in terms of development, are still making strides to just like continue forward, which is nice. I was watching, I know he's gone here, but Red Fox Crypto, he showcased the FPGAs out there that are just doing some insane stuff, man. Like on Ethereum, he said he had one was doing like 78 mega hash on Ethereum. So it's like people, these developers, Team Red Miner, NB Miner, they're not giving up in terms of like making strides to keep the community intact, keep going. And I think that's positive, dude. Like, honestly, that just shows like what a killer community these miners are.
I agree. I think the only problem is like, I know you're a big Raven fan, so I think
lay it on me, baby. Lay it on me, babe. Lay it on me, babe.
I do like Raven, for the record. I've said this every time. Like, I do like and I support Raven. But obviously after the halving, it was very, very disappointing, right? Because to get that price up, it takes money. It's more than belief, right? It's more than the mining community getting together and wanting to believe in a coin, right? You need that big money to push that coin higher. So obviously that was very sad for Ravencoin, but I think that was a very small scale, and it's just a taste of what's going to happen once Ethereum goes away. The amount of hash rate that's going to be coming to these other coins is just going to be insane, like you said. But I think it's going to be much worse than we can imagine, and to the point where we're not yielding anything, we're not making any money. It's like, what do we do with this, right? You're going to be making pennies on the dollar. I mean, hopefully I'm wrong, but I think it's going to be like what happened with Ravencoin, but times like 100.
Right.
Really dark times. And you're like at the point where, hey, I'm not even getting coin anymore. What's going on here, right? So it's going to be very, very frustrating and hard to deal with for quite some time. And I think only the strong will really stay in it.
Absolutely.
People who really believe in crypto, and all the others will probably just end up selling out. And hey, I'll be there if it gets super cheap. I'll buy your stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And Bacon and Eggs in the chat said nodes and NFTs are going to be the future as well. Like, I know we're going to segue into that in a little bit, but that's going to be another, passive income stream. I mean, it is today. Like, those that have gone into it, there's money to be made. It's kind of a little bit of you got to be careful in that type of market in terms of NFTs and nodes. You have to have a lot of capital to get into. I don't know if you, DJ, personally have investigated or found out anything about nodes. I know they said Flux the price to actually get into a Flux node is gone down. I don't have the exact amount, but it's more feasible than it once was. I know with nodes you have to kind of have a good infrastructure. Your node has to be up pretty much 24/7. You got to have like redundant internet backup, all that stuff. So that's going to be interesting. I personally haven't taken a very deep dive into that, but it's on the back of my mind, right? It's just like the whole, when I learned about crypto mining, it's like I knew about it, but I didn't really, put the time in, and then I made the jump into it. So same with like NFTs. So there's a lot of like potential in this space, and I think it's up to people to kind of figure out what they want to get involved in, what attracts them, and what has the potential to be big in terms of passive income. So
Yeah. So I think Flux is 100 coins at the lowest level, and basically you get paid a dividend, right?
Okay.
So I don't know what the exact percentage is. Let's call it 3% or something, right? So you'll just keep making those dividends every so often, and you'll just, passive income along with it. So I don't think at that level you'll really be making much, but it
Right.
is cool that they let you do it, and I like what Flux is doing, and showing love to the little guy. It's still
Right.
really cool that they're. And I do believe Flux is doing like a hybrid between proof of work and proof of stake. I forgot what they called it. I was watching something from them today. So they want to kind of cater to both, but they are pro miner, which is really nice.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. And in terms of like the other end of this whole market and strategy, are you doing any buying and selling of coins, or you're just straight mining right now? Are you like doing the whole trading thing?
No. So I don't trade crypto. I trade stocks. That's like my main income, right? So like I'm very involved in trading of the markets over there. But for crypto, I feel like we have such an advantage over a stock, right? So for example, if you go out and buy an Ethereum coin, what's the price of Ethereum now? Like $2,700, right?
Right.
So you have to purchase that coin for $2,700. Now, if it goes down $300 or $400, you're hurting. You're like, oh crap, it went down, right? Now, why I like crypto and I think it has an advantage over the stock market is because you're creating that coin. So currently you only are paying the electric. So let's just say, someone who paid 2,700 versus someone who paid $300 or $400 in electric, right? So now think about it. If an Ethereum coin starts at 2,700 and it drops to 2,000, are you sad? No, you're not sad, because you're
Right.
always up. You're almost quite literally always making money, right? And so whether it goes up and down, it doesn't really matter. And obviously you would like it to go up, of course, right? Who wouldn't? But the risk that you take once you've paid off that hardware is minimal, right? And so again, it just comes down to electric. And that's why I think crypto for the future, as long as we can mine it, it's incredible. It really is. And also, if you think about it, right, let's say you buy a graphics card, an arbitrary number, let's say a 3060 Ti, it costs $600, right? So I bought that, it cost $600. Well, in this market, and probably for the next year or two, it's still worth $600, right? So it's not like, you bought it and it's worth zero. No, you still have that property. You still own that. And
Right.
then in addition, you also get to create your own coin. It's almost a money machine. So I don't ever feel like you're losing money with the current markets that we're in. And it's just such an advantage that like something like the stock market doesn't have. And it affords you to continue forward at a much more accelerated rate.
Absolutely. No, I completely agree. And I kind of have the same sentiment. I don't do a whole lot of, I guess, buying and selling, other than just checking out a particular coin. I might throw a couple dollars into something, but in terms of like large investments as a miner, it's not, I feel like I haven't had the need to do that, but there's still a big market for that. And this may be for Josh and for Ryder. Like, what do you guys feel like? Are you guys trading and buying and selling crypto? Like, what is your strategies there? I know you're both not miners and you have some interest, but like, what do you guys do outside of the NFT space? Like, what are the looks that you look at for crypto?
Almost similar to my NFT strategy, regarding utility, how the the crypto is going to be used.
Okay.
So me and Ryder were actually talking about one of the ones we like. I want to actually get more holdings into, which is the graph. I don't know if Ryder wants to get into that. Explain a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. One of my buddies turned me on to it, and the more research I did, the more I liked it, and it just kind of seems like a no-brainer. It's basically like the Google of blockchain, if you will. So I mean, everybody knows how successful Google is. So if they can replicate that, then I mean, I'll be done working here pretty soon, hopefully.
He's going to Mexico himself.
There you go. Sailing off on a yacht.
So pretty much, I'm more of a long-term rather than a trader. I have invested, but in coins that I believe that are going to do well in the industry long-term.
Okay.
So,
Favorite coin?
Favorite
coin?
That's hard, bro. That's a very hard question to answer, but I'm pretty bullish on XRP.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the utility on it. I know right now it's pretty dry right now, but I just have a feeling that when we make a move and most of the people are actually into the crypto space and we're all using it once Web3 essentially is set up in the metaverse, I believe things like XRP, Stellar Lumens, coins like that, I'm really bullish in.
Okay.
Proof of stake coins, you know,
Yeah.
as far as from an investment level, not a miner level, really is where the money's at. Not all of them, but that's what I'm always seeing on Market Watch when I turn on, for what it's worth, like the stock news, right, on television, right? Again, that's not worth much, but those like Moderno, Cardano, those are always getting talked about. There's a lot of money in those kinds of coins, man. XRP, like you said, and a lot of non-mineable coins, because they really have that appeal of, hey, we're not costing electric here, we're not hurting the environment, right? And that looks good when you're trying to get elected or when you're trying to, you know, proceed higher. I don't know if I'm articulating that right. Does that make sense?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, exactly. And
I think most of that stuff's kind of overblown too. Like a lot of the crypto is used with, you know, green energy and stuff, the big farms and whatnot and stuff. So that's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of one of those things. But no, they are the proof of stake. I like Algorand. That's one of the coins I'm in that is kind of that same niche. It's kind of like if that takes off, then, you know, I'll have some of it. So.
Yeah. For the record, I'm not saying I agree with it, right? Because I don't, but I'm just saying that's what the belief is, right? To these older guys, because you got to think, you're talking to people who are 60, 70 years old, these billionaires. You got to convince them. You got to sell them on a story, right? They don't give a crap about little Timmy farming out of his basement, right? They want to hear, oh, wait, there's a story behind this. We're not killing the environment. Oh, nice. Okay, yeah, they like that.
And did you guys hear about Dogecoin? That now that's going to be going to proof of stake at some point soon. So that's going to no longer be mineable. Yeah. I know a lot of people bought the little gold shell miners out there. I mean, the good thing with those, I believe those can do Litecoin as well. So that kind of saves your ass a little bit with those. But you know, that changes the game up a little bit. You know, and I think there's going to be more people following suit. I mean, it's just like you said, that green energy, and it's just the way of the world right now. So I don't know I don't know where we'll be in 5 years from now in terms of, you know, proof of work. Will proof of work still exist in a large capacity? I'm not quite sure. So
gotcha. Yeah, and actually Bacon and Eggs just made a couple comments, and he reminded me of a few coins that I'm pretty bullish in, as well as the gaming. I think gaming and NFT space and just crypto all in general is going to do really well. So I don't know if you guys ever heard of something, I believe it's called Samurai Saga. I've got a couple of those and I'm pretty excited about that.
What's that?
I have not.
About? I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
What's that about?
They're coming out with a full game in their own little universe, and you get to wear them. And right now they're doing a staking, so you get to stake for their tokens. Okay. So they're producing, I believe it's called a Genkai token or something, and you'll be able to mint their next collection with that token. And in order to play the game, you have to buy the coin. So all the holders of the NFT, the utilities, basically, you would be able, almost like mining, you'd be the miner of that game, because in order to get the token, you have to stake it, and you're rewarded for the staking period. So yeah, stuff like that seems pretty awesome. And he mentioned Decentraland, Sandbox, and Polygon. I really like Sandbox and Decentraland.
I agree. I
So
like
that's
Sandbox a lot. Decentraland. I agree.
big time, big time.
So I saw I
You
saw
ready?
I saw a lot of like posts around that Decentraland, and I know nothing about that. Like, see, this is what happens. Like, those are the projects out there that end up hitting. It's like the ones that I don't know. It's like they have
Yeah,
traction, but they have a certain following. So
exactly. One I'm really excited for. The game hasn't gone live yet, but is Illuvium. They already have their coin out. Um, it's been doing pretty well. Obviously hit a dip with everything else, but yeah, that's another game I'm pretty excited about. The NFTs seem like they're going to be pretty promising on value and also utility because they'll all be playable characters and stuff like that in the game. So yeah,
Gaming is a crazy industry just by itself. I mean, Activision just sold for like 69 billion. So you start paying people to play, I think it's just going to be insane.
yeah, they're gonna suck so many people into that market. It's gonna be a whole new world. I mean, I still can't wrap my head around the whole gaming piece of it. I mean, I know we've been talking about in our project with some things that will connect into the project, and it's all about education, and it's just the brain just doesn't conceptualize how it works until until it actually works. So it's wild stuff.
All right. So I don't know anything about NFTs. Let's get into it, man. Tell me. All right. I just fair warning disclaimer. I've always been a skeptic of NFTs. I don't understand it. So tell someone like me that knows nothing about it. What is it? What's the point of an NFT? Let's hear it.
put it in the most basic terms to explain what an NFT is obviously from description and non-fungible token. But what that really means is the best example I actually heard was someone describe it with real estate. So a fungible token is essentially $20 bill. I can hand you a $20 bill. You can hand me a $20 bill. Equal value. We're both happy. But would you trade me your house for my house without seeing it?
No.
Because there's unique properties to it which hold different value.
Okay.
And that's basically the basic utility of an NFT is that each token, if you will, in the collection has a unique property, so no two in the collection can have the same price.
Right.
They're all unique, they all have unique value, and then depending on the utility of the collection, the NFT, it pretty much adds value. So for the Bored Apes Yacht Club, for example, everybody knows of that one. You pretty much get access to that community. Um, it has a lot of wealthy people who are teaching other people how to do things, right? So that's why you see people like Justin Bieber just buy two of them in the last month, and actually Eminem, I believe,
Yeah,
2 months ago or something.
yeah, yep.
Exactly. So it's a really exciting industry, and yes, there's a lot of scams and everything, as you have to be careful in the crypto space, but it's really exciting. Yeah.
Question. Who sets the value? Who says like this is how much this is gonna be, that one, how much that one's gonna be worth, stuff like that.
It's mainly based on the community, actually. Yeah. So, Ryder, if
Okay.
you want to explain that a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to pay what they're going to pay. So, depending on the utility, it might drive the price crazy. And it may have a 2 or 3 or 5 or 10 soul floor because, people want it because what it's going to do for them, or, gets them exclusive access to certain, alpha and just different kind of stuff, royalties, just all projects are doing all kinds of different stuff to kind of get people's attention. And you're seeing places like Twitter, you're actually going to have to own that NFT to use it for your profile pic. So it's starting to kind of come into the mainstream a little bit more, where you can't just, I have a Bored Ape, I right click, save that. Well, it's like, no, so they're starting to come out with that kind of stuff. So that's exciting.
It's not just a simple JPEG anymore.
Yeah.
Your trademark defense. Is that right? I know.
Yeah, like it's its own unique art. So yeah, it's basically like Josh said, like Satoshis, for instance, are all the same. You give me 50 Satoshis, they're the same as mine, essentially. So, all these tokens are different, they're all unique. And the company or the community rather drives the price depending on, basically the utility and the art, of course. If they like the art, that's another thing. So
That's the basic functionalities versus the art. If you don't like the art, don't buy the NFT.
Straight
Right?
up.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
If you don't like the art, don't buy the NFT. And then second is utility, essentially. So whether it gives you access to the game or another pretty cool NFT collection that's coming out is called Donut Shop. I don't know if you've ever heard of that.
I have not.
They're actually opening real world stores. I'm not sure exactly how many. They're giving one of the holders their own franchise of the stores, and all the holders of the NFT get lifetime access to donuts or something. It's pretty cool. So
You can eat the donut, or is it like a?
no, real world. You walk
Okay.
into the store, you show your that you're a holder of the NFT, and they'll give you lifetime supply of donuts.
Oh, that's pretty
So,
cool.
Bro,
Yeah.
there's
sign me up,
crazy
bro,
stuff
right
coming out.
now. Sign me up.
There's crazy things coming out now.
yeah.
Yeah, and then for instance, what we're doing in the apple tree, our utility that we're thinking of is a little idle game actually, so people can play to earn. They play the game
Shh,
and make
don't
some money,
don't don't tell too much, bro.
right?
Tell me. Tell me. Introduce your project. I want to hear it, Caveman.
All
Or
right.
y'all's project.
But I think Josh can articulate it the best. I mean, there's quite a history on how we ended up at the apple tree, but I don't know if you want to articulate that, Josh, as the artist. You want to tell us about the history of
How
the
we
apple?
stumbled upon
Yeah.
the history of the apple, eh? Well, actually, I don't know if you want to go into the story of how we all met first.
Sure, sure. So, a few weeks ago now, actually about close to a month ago, I tried to purchase my first NFT, and I, like these two lovely gentlemen in the call here, got suckered into something called a rug pull. And for those of you who don't know what a rug pull is, essentially it's the development of a project of an NFT. They get this massive following. They end up minting. And for those who don't know what a mint is, it's the actual sale or the sell date of the artwork. And during mint day, we all went and liked the art that we saw. We did, myself, I can speak that I did a little bit of research, not as much as I wanted to do, but I didn't look very thoroughly through the project in terms of the developers, who they were, where they were from, what type of past projects they had. But I liked the art, so hey, I put about 100 and what was it? About one soul at the time was about 120, 115 USD. And I bought this thing called a mutant doodle ape. I pulled the trigger, money came out of my wallet. Next thing I know, I go in the Discord and there's all this craziness happening, people freaking out, saying, "What's going on?" The developers have just gone MIA, like literally ghosted us, not a peep, not a word. Meanwhile, I think, what was it, Josh and Ryder? The collection size was 8,888 apes,
Yeah.
something like that.
About 6,000 sold at the time.
So DJ, do the math on that. 8,888 times about was it 115 at the time? That's how much these dudes.
It was 0.88.
Yeah, literally just.
What is an ape?
An ape is it's just it's a monkey, right? It's an artwork form of a monkey, right? Essentially.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like $1,000 or something. Okay, I get you.
Yeah. So literally, the NFT was of a monkey, a little ape, a doodle ape. Had some cool colors to it. It, colorful, and the artwork wasn't bad. We all got suckered into it. But do the math on that. It's 8,888 times 115 USD, and these guys just sailed off into the sunset with it.
And I actually got pulled in when I saw the volume. It wasn't on mint on the first one, but the day I believe it was the day after, I saw the volume on Magic Eden that it was having, And I couldn't help myself, so I go, okay, this is pretty good. A week into it, floor hit about, I think at a max just before the other mint, 3.6 soul. So that's
Can, let me stop you
Yeah.
a
you're
second.
you're
Just because
talking like,
DJ
yeah.
doesn't know what the floor is, so you got to explain to him what the floor is.
So with NFT, a floor is basically the lowest price available for one of those NFTs. So the
Okay.
floor, the cheapest price for one of those NFTs a week after was already at 3.6 Solana, which is about, how much would that be at the time?
It was like $500 or $600 at that
Yeah,
time.
per. So that would have been per. We all
Yeah.
probably scooped them
So
up for 100. So we all saw the second collection coming and said, "Well, heck yeah, right?"
yeah,
And then that's when they did it. So, and then
yeah.
we all
So
met each other shortly after.
I was actually in I was actually in the SDA Discord the day they minted the first collection, and there was so much FUD in there. I was fairly new to the space. I was like, I'm gonna stay away from this one. Um, Kept an eye on it though. Watched them mint go right to number 1. Watched the floor price do everything it did. About a week later, all my projects were kind of boring. Some of my homeboys were in the SDA Solana Doodle Apes, and so yeah, we all kind of jumped on, and yeah, and then it's all history from there. So, but yeah, the volume and the community too. The community was amazing, and that's kind of what we wanted to replicate. We wanted to bring that community back and kind of have that vibe back. And there's no sense in doing that. They could have, man, they could have sold out so many more collections with that community. But they didn't want to do the work and they just wanted to bounce out. So it was kind of a crappy deal, but I don't know. I'm kind of a firm believer that everything happens for a reason. And now we're all doing this. We looked around and said, he can do that. He can do that. I can do that. Like, what are we
We got the
doing?
team.
Let's do it. You know what I mean? Let's do it right and give the people what they deserve. And that's kind of where we're at now. So it's exciting. It's fun. It's been cool.
Fun journey. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
and I just want to say, like, as a crypto miner and not new into the NFT space, I am just beyond like happy. Like, these guys have just kind of taken me in with open mind, arms rather, in terms of me not knowing so much about the crypto space and educating me in the NFT space. Teaching me and I'm learning about everything. Josh, obviously his art is amazing. I've seen some of the stuff that he can do. Ryder, I mean, he's got this business mentality. He runs his own business, so he really understands the concept about this from a business perspective, and it's really a well tight knit team. I think we're taking this first project as a learning, as a stepping stone, and just I think we have some amazing ideas around it. So if there are any people that are interested in this at all, I'm going to leave a link in the Discord. I mean, in the YouTube for our Discord. So please go ahead and join that if you're interested and learn a little bit about the project, the Apple Tree. And yeah, feel free to pop in anytime. We're pretty much in there like 24/7. We have he's not on this stream, but he's 16 years old. He's a Lithuanian Barm. He's a Lithuanian Russian kid, and he's just like one of the brightest minds that I've ever seen. Like, so he's developing. Great kid. He's got a good heart. Freaking bright. I mean, he just can figure everything out. And yeah, this project is just like seeing it blossom is just like amazing. Like, it brings me a lot of joy, and I hope the artwork, is going to hit with people. I think it has. These guys have. Josh has put his heart and soul into the Apple and a bunch of other art that's going to be up and coming. That's super sick as well. So, like, super pumped to be a part of this. Just the beginning, guys. So.
Yeah, stoked.
We wanted
Good luck,
to focus
boys.
on something small, something
Yes.
a lot of value.
So you want to talk about the collection size real quick?
Sure, yeah, it's a collection of 333. We have 111 whitelists available. And yeah, we're gonna have pretty much it's all gonna be randomized. So each apple is gonna be unique with its own layers, backgrounds, um, and we're gonna have some golden apples available, which is gonna act as a mint lottery, and as well a rainbow apple hidden in the collection as a one of one. Anybody who gets that will buy it back essentially for. I, I
5.
don't. Have we confirmed the price on it?
I think so, but
Yeah, so the rainbow apple will basically be bought back for about 5 soul, and the goldens for about 2 soul, and yeah,
pretty
so
fun.
we that's the basic utility aside from the game, and yeah, we're pretty excited.
Good luck, boys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate that, DJ. Thank you so much, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
man.
been a strange but like wild and interesting ride, and I'm happy.
It's been
Like
fun.
it's been a lot of drama. It's like I got a little bit of a sour taste as like a first time buyer in the NFT space. It's like, oh well, shit. You know, I got screwed on my first NFT. I didn't have that mindset of like, you know, forget this. I'm never gonna try something again. Like somehow these guys connected with me on there. We were just chatting in the VC, became good friends there, and then just started brainstorming on things. And then we branched out and went on our own way. So yeah, the rest is history. So
Yep.
Now we're chilling, drinking
now
some
we're
beers,
chilling.
and
Yeah,
well,
here
not
There you go.
here with
not
you.
drinking in mine, no. Not drinking in mine.
Don't drink in mine, bro.
We're not.
You
I don't
guys
know
all
about
hear
these
that
guys.
out there, yeah.
We're not.
Don't fuck up your graphics cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't mess it up.
I might go downstairs, start sticking my finger in some fans or something, you know. But yeah, dude, yeah, super pumped. And actually today, I know we're probably gonna get off the NFT talk in a second, but actually we and DJ, you know him, but Hagen has just become an
Yeah,
official
awesome
official.
dude.
Yeah, awesome dude. He's become an official partner of the Apple Tree NFT. So I don't want to speak too much about what's going to happen, but there's obviously we're going to leverage his merch. There's going to be some merch involved for potential whitelist holders and certain perks for him in the project. So he's a very
Central Apple Tree merch.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So you're going to see like a
There you go.
yeah, you're going to see a symbiotic relationship between us and Crypty.co. So those of you in the chat who don't know, DJ, myself, and Mining Office have some gear out on Crypty.co. So, and there'll be soon to be Apple Tree NFT exclusive gear. We're not going to give too much spoilers around that, but
I got this flag made from them right there.
dude,
I got yours coming right now. I'm waiting on it.
Oh, baby. So does that mean I'm gonna go ahead and buy yours? I'm not even gonna ask you. I have to reciprocate,
Yeah.
bro.
It takes a couple weeks to come in, so yeah, I think yours is coming maybe the end of next week. I ordered it a week and a half ago, maybe.
Yep. He
I
has
looked
some
at a couple of stuff.
sick merch, and actually kind of segueing out while I was on vacation, he was like hitting me up. He didn't realize I was on vacation. He's like, "Hey, I sent you a bunch of stuff over. Did you get it?" I'm like, "Dude, I'm not home. I'm not available." And he's like, "Oh man, that's a bummer because I had some cool stuff to show you." So I'm actually going to open it here on camera. I actually opened one of the boxes here, so my camera view is a little screwed up here, but you can see it's a caveman mining hoodie on here, so that's pretty cool. That's pretty chill. Just open that sucker. So this guy, yeah, he's got a whole bunch of merch. Let's see what else I got. I got something else here. Let's see.
Let me see if I can see it. Okay, I see it. Nice, dude. Yeah. Actually, looks
Yeah.
really good.
I might be delayed a little bit here, so let me. Just like your flag, this is gonna be awkward on camera, but I can't really move my camera. But yeah, it's the caveman flag here. It's just so awkward. Literally, the camera of my cable is kind of stuck there. But yeah, there you go, right in frame. So I got my flag.
Nice, dude.
What else? One last pack. One last little box here. And I actually promised this for Josh and Ryder and Barm as partners that I'm going to be sending them over some mugs. And DJ, I'm going to get you one too. So,
my man, appreciate that, dude.
Anytime,
I drink a lot of coffee, man. So
well, I can tell, dude. You're always hyped up, bro. I mean,
yeah. Now that I have 2 properties, okay. So, not to bore you guys with snow talk, but yesterday it was like 6 inches of snow, and I cleaned all that. Then I went to my second location for the farm, cleaned all that. Today I was like, all right, well, I feel accomplished. I wake up and it's just like 7 inches of snow again. I was like, are you serious? So I cleaned that up for like 2 hours. Then I go to the other farm. I cleaned that out. My back was killing me, bro. The only way to get through life is coffee and energy drinks, unfortunately.
Well, Ryder knows all about that. He's a Red Bull guy. He's always like, we burn the midnight oil like pretty much every night on the NFT project. And he's like, what you have a little convenience store like 2 minutes from your house. He's like, guys, I got to just go. I'll be right back in a minute. I'm going to go get a Red Bull.
Sir. Got
yeah,
to.
man. Especially once you get addicted, it's so hard to get off, man. I wish I wasn't addicted.
Yeah.
It's the good stuff, dude. It keeps the blood pumping,
Right.
Cool, bro. Well, we wrapped up the merch segment. We wrapped up the NFT segment. I want to kind of dive back in a little bit about the crypto stuff, specifically for you, DJ. Are you planning to buy more cards?
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah, 100%, man. I don't have a choice. Like I have this farm to fill up, and then I'm building a larger farm. Hopefully by the end of this year, it's gonna be like 3 times larger than this one. So, but like I said, I am kind of diversifying into more of ASICs, just because I think this bear market's gonna be so bad, man. It's gonna be brutal, and I'm still gonna be doing the GPU mining, but at the same time, I need to diversify just to be safe with Bitcoin, man, because Bitcoin's not going anywhere. But these other coins, I don't think they're going anywhere either, but I do think it's gonna be a bumpy road. So I don't want to take too many bumps along the way.
100%. Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna be looking into some ASIC mining, seeing things that are out there for Bitcoin and Litecoin. I'll still look for deals for graphics cards. It's, if there's a deal to be had out there, absolutely. So,
Yeah,
100%.
100%, bro. All right, I'm gonna ask you guys something besides mining real quick. All right, because I got a lot of people mad at me for this question. What is your favorite Lord of the Rings character? That's for all of you.
Like, answer like right now.
That fast, eh?
Legolas.
Smeagol, of course.
Okay, Legolas.
Ryder,
And
come on, Ryder.
I don't even
He's
know.
like, bro, I've
I
never
don't
even
even
seen.
know.
He's like, I've never even watched it, bro.
What's funny though is when I was in 5th grade, my teacher he read us The Hobbit, like the book, back in the day. So like I got introduced to that a long time ago. Like in 5th grade, he read us the whole book, so that was pretty dope. But I don't know. I don't really have an answer.
Smeagol.
So my
Smeagol.
answer was I don't like Lord of the Rings, and people got very upset about that.
So tell me why you don't like it, dude. Have you not watched it, or you just like?
I've seen all of them.
And
I did like the Towers one. What's that one called? Like where they're like defending a tower.
No, it's called
Twin Towers. I have no idea, but that one was a good movie.
The Two Towers, right?
Yeah. Here's the thing, man. My pet peeve with Lord of the Rings, okay, is it takes like hours to get to the damn point. And then there's some awesome action. Like I will definitely say it's a beautiful, all their movies are beautiful and great when they finally fight, but just leading up to it, I'm like, oh dude, let's get to the point here. I tried reading one of those books, man, and I think it was Lord of the Rings 1 when I was in middle school, and it was like 80 pages in. And I was like, is there anything going to happen in this book? And apparently it takes a long time, right? Like eventually they do get to the point. But for me, that's why. I know it's an unpopular opinion. I'm sorry, everybody.
It is. It's like watching
No offense
it's
taken.
like watching a baseball game, right? Live, like in the stadium. No, what did you say last night, DJ? You said you hated soccer, right? As a kid.
Yeah, no, not a fan, dude. I was forced to play soccer, and that did not work out. I was awful.
They're gangster in the World Cup, dude. I didn't like soccer till I watched the World Cup. They're like, kneeing each other in the back and like gangster.
Fair enough.
I'll watch some World Cup for sure.
I think the problem with soccer too, just thinking about your conversation, was like the systems in school, like in elementary school and high school. Like, no, it wasn't like the cool thing to do. Like soccer still it's getting bigger, but it's still not big as Europe. So I think we have a long way to go. I think was it a couple years ago that USA was doing decent in the World Cup, but we never made it into the championship game. So I think until we actually win a World Cup, like, soccer's not going to be the thing here. It's always going to be the NFL, like, straight up.
Yeah. And then NBA for now. It'll be a while. Yeah.
100%, dude.
Red Bull. Good choice, man.
It gives you wings, dude. So I have to ask, Josh and Ryder, what do you think of, like, mining? Like, you guys have known me for a few weeks now. What do you like? What are your thoughts on everything I've been trying to sell you? I've been trying to be the salesman. Like, what do you think of this community, bro?
You got me already looking up freaking prices and trying to do calculations to see how much I can make. You got me looking at all the Helium hotspots and all my siblings and relatives' addresses and stuff. I'm looking all of them up, see which one I can make the most at. So
Helium's a good one, man, because you just have to pretty much buy the Helium miner. It's not that expensive, you know, and it's good to get your feet wet. If you have a good location, if you have a bad location like me, I make about 18 cents a day. Okay, so it's terrible, awful. And I've never made more than like 20 cents a day. But if you have a good location, then you can make a couple dollars up to $20 a day, you know. And if you're getting into GPU mining first, it's a lot more expensive. Like, could be $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, right? And so if you don't end up liking it, that kind of sucks. Where the Helium miner's like $400, $500, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think I got my Bobcat for $399, but it took like almost 7 months to get here. So,
wow.
Like, if you know, I think I told you this, Josh and Ryder, before. If you guys want to, like, try to buy one, especially like from a manufacturer, you're gonna wait. And I mean,
that's the first thing I learned about Helium. You're gonna wait for a very long time for a miner.
and it's a finicky thing. Like, DJ, I don't know if you can speak experience to this. I know in the past, like, you're in a HOA situation where you could, like, potentially get your antenna outside, but in my situation, like, my antennas are outside of my house, but I, up until last week, did not have a soul of a witness around me. And then it was so funny, while I was on vacation, I checked my wallet and I see the activity, and I'm like, one of my hotspots got a witness, and I'm like, what the hell? Literally, he's got to be like, I don't know, 1,000 meters from my house, and I'm like, oh damn, like, that is awesome. So now I'm making like $2 and like 10-15 cents a day on the one that's very close to me. Now I have one at my parents' house, which is about 10 miles away. That one is making about $13 to $15 a day. And
that's a lot. Yeah.
They live in a very, like, it's not in a city, but it's a very, like, I don't know, saturated, like, suburban town. And there is a crap ton of Helium miners. And, like, when I saw that, like, where they were, I'm like, gold mine. Like, I am slapping that thing in there. like no questions asked. And I just told my dad, I'm like, literally, I will give you half of what I earn if you let me, put this thing in your house. He's like, I don't give a damn. He's like, is it going to slow my internet down? I'm like, probably. And a little bit. And he's like, but realistically, like, no, it's just a joke. Like, it didn't. But awesome profits on that thing. I'm on vacation. I see mine is getting $2 a day. Witness just came into the neighborhood. So, dude, the network's just going to keep growing. I know there's a lot of like bad talk about, Helium. And it's really not Helium's fault. Like, it's not the network's fault. Like, they stopped making miners and they actually distributed that manufacturing to third parties. And the third parties, with all the chip problems, the shortages, COVID, shipping, they just couldn't build enough of them to get them shipped out. So that's kind of the kicker when you want to invest in the Helium, network, is it's just hard to get them. Yeah, you can spend like, what is it? Like, you can get one for like $1,100 on eBay or whatever, but then you have the risk of it being already authorized to someone and having issues. So I see that's the issue. It's not so much the network of Helium. So
yeah,
that's fair.
And you said you're not making that much, DJ. You're still making. Did you end up getting yours put on your roof, or what was the situation with yours?
So I did get approval, and then it started snowing, and I was like, dude, I don't care anymore. At
it's
my new
winter.
location, I'm just gonna move it over there. Once I get internet, I'm just gonna move it. I can't be bothered to make pennies, bro. I've had it since October, and in total, I've made $13.15. So I've kind of given up on mine personally because my location is just out in the boonies, no neighbors, no nothing, There
you go, Josh. So you could hook up with DJ Mines if his new location doesn't work out. I'm sure he'll give you a hell of a deal on a piece of hardware. So
there you go. I'll DM you.
I'm keeping it for now. We're gonna try.
But yeah, dude, like, honestly, all these different miners, like, I feel as like a GPU miner, like seeing everyone buy these things. And then, I don't know if you saw the minted, it was from Rack Wireless. They had their drop of, hotspots for sale. People were people were botting. I think DJ, you made a video on that. And I don't know if I'm wrong, but they haven't released that drop. They were supposed to make good with people and like release and make their site like bot proof or whatever. Like, they just haven't done it. It's been silent. So I don't know. It's weird, man. It's a weird situation.
It's been really weird. I don't know what's going on with them, man. I ended up getting 4 in total, but I sold 3 of them to friends for like MSRP.
Right.
But besides that, I had never got another one.
Yeah. I mean, at that point, it's like, where are you going to put them, right? It's, you know where you can put them, and you can kind of forecast what they'll make and things of that nature. And we'll see. I mean, we stick to GPU mining, man. That's the key. So
yeah, I do love my GPU mining. Hopefully we survive it.
Well, dude, you're gonna be like 5 gigahash soon. Once you get in your new location, right? You're gonna have a lot of hash power at this point, right?
Yeah. So at this house, I got about 4 gigahash, and I have the hobbyist miner who's watching one of them for me, and then Big Woolly's got another one for me, and then I have 642 megahash sitting in the closet to check my board. And then I have 99 A2000s coming in, which is like
99. Dude, what?
Yeah. Yep. So that's 4.2 gigahash. Yeah. So if everything works out, we should be we should be at about 8 gigahash in the next couple months, hopefully.
Dude, that's baller. Like, straight up baller. I'm not gonna ask you on the stream, but like, we're gonna talk later. Like, I need to know where to get A2000s, bro. That's still the card I don't have. And I know on your stream last night, you're like, I don't want people to ask me where I got my cards from, but you could do me a little solid.
Yeah. To be fair though, I got them before the hype, right?
Okay.
So like when I got my A4000s, they were
Yep.
MSRP. The rig right there. Nobody knew about these cards, the A2000s, the A4000. Nobody was talking about them because, you know, workstation card, they're not for mining, they're not for gaming. Nobody knows about them. I made a couple videos on them. Some other people made a couple videos on them, and then these companies are like, wait a minute, oh crap, these miners want them, and now they, you know, I can't get them for the good prices like I used to. It's because everybody knows about them now. It's not really a secret anymore.
Yep. Yep. Yeah,
It's
they're
kind of a gift and a curse. I made videos.
well. I think you got the key to the crypto mining, industry is to get in before the hype, and
Right.
I think that's the thing that we do as a community before we start releasing videos. Is I think the right thing to do is to talk amongst each other, right? Like, hey, I discovered this. This is crazy. Like, who's gonna let it out of who's gonna let the cat out of the bag? There's always one of us. I've been guilty of it. I think it was Crypto Donkey, and then it was me on the Toncoin mining, like, and then him and I released those videos. Dude, the network hash rate just like crashed after that. he got like
about right.
Yeah, he got a bunch of views. I got a bunch of views, and then like people were like, "Bro, why did you do that?" Like it's harder to mine. Like everybody's doing it. Well, that's just the way it goes. So. And then those manufacturers, I'm sure that guy who sold you your 99 A2000s, he's got a big grin on his face. So,
oh yeah, he's mad. He's got to be. But hey, what can you do?
What can you do, bro? Yeah, I think I do want to grow my farm, but I definitely want to be strategic about it. I don't want to go I don't want to go buying like 20, 30, 40 cards. I'm kind of looking at like Facebook Marketplace right now, kind of targeting the like founders editions and like 30, 60 cards. Even it's kind of weird to say like RX 580s, but the 8 gigabyte edition. I know like I know it's an older card, but it has longevity in terms of its VRAM, right? So it's got 8 gigabits of RAM, so it's definitely good for the long haul. It's just a question of efficiency. So I can go ahead and I could go on to Newegg right now and I could buy 6600 XTs, but I don't know. Nothing is like super cheap out there. Like unless you can get one of those cards at like $399, $425. I don't know if it's super worth it right now, but
I agree. And if we do have a big crash, man, these graphics cards can be so cheap. That'd be the time to really
that's the
ball
time.
out,
That's the time that's the time to get in, bro. That's the time to just dive right in. Buy the dip.
Yeah.
You're exactly right. It almost mirrors the stock market. It's like soon as that kind of dip comes, you just dive right in and make your purchases. So
set it and forget it.
Yep. He said he was gonna say it. There he goes.
Mine Rider saying.
Yes, sir.
Say that every time we're selling a freaking NFT. Set it and forget it.
Hey, that's smart though, especially if you get in the beginning, man.
Well, Ryder's really good at flipping NFTs. That's what I've learned. So
I'm scared now because I don't want to get rugged again. So
a little bit more cautious now, but
you know what I mean. Plus, you learn tricks of the trade. You learn extensions to use like Soul Sniper and stuff like that. It pops the moon ranking and the how rare ranking right up on the screen, and so you can see, oh, there's a level 400 on the floor. Like you can see that it's clearly somebody doesn't know what they have, or they need liquidity or whatever, and you can snatch that up and just reprice it properly and get it to sell fairly quickly.
So what is Soul Sniper, Ryder, for those of us who don't know?
It's a browser extension for Chrome.
Okay.
So like on Magic Eden, it'll pull the How Rare and the Moon Rank, which are the two pretty popular ranking sites, if you will. And so like you could just get a bird's eye view of see exactly what's on the floor, and if something's mispriced. A lot of the times people, they'll mint their NFT and the rarity chart's not even out yet and stuff like that. And sometimes you can see the rankings and just get a good deal.
That's pretty sick, dude. So what other cool projects have you been following for NFTs? Like what other things? I know you mentioned there were some projects that you had invested in, and made a few moves financially in terms of being able to get some revenue off of that.
Yeah, I'm doing the Angry Armadillos right now. The floor price has been kind of really pumping over the last couple of weeks, and I've just been kind of flipping and turning them into more armadillos because they're gonna mint before the mint comes, and when they give something away for free, people go spend $200-$300 on something just to get something free. So the supply is going down. So I mean, it's just gonna be like the Bitcoin halving, the supply shortage. There's going to be a lot of people that want it, and there's not going to be that many listed. So theoretically, the price should. I'm hoping to make a few $100 off of it and do some other stuff with it, and just kind of keep the crypto growing. You know what I mean? That's what it's all about, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
More crypto.
Absolutely.
You'll be happy 10 years from now, right?
Yeah.
Oh, crypto.
It's the plan.
Stack it.
And now I have some questions for Josh. Like, as an artist, leading the artistry of an NFT project, like, what, from your perspective, like, what are the challenges, or what are the type of things that make being an artist difficult, and what are the type of things that are rewarding as being an artist in the NFT space?
Good question.
Rewarding, well, definitely seeing it as an NFT. People excited to trade about something, people excited to own. That's just a real experience in itself, especially because artists don't really have the opportunity to sell out like a collection of like 300, just like that. So the NFT space has really changed art. So it's really exciting in that front. But regarding working with the team, I don't really have any complaints. I have a pretty solid team: you, Caveman, Ryder, now Hagen and Barm. Yeah, it's just all support and pretty easy to work with you guys. Of course, there's difficulties on the designing aspect, and it's different working with all the different layers to create the different NFTs. It's not as simple as creating like a one of one piece. Um, as simple, but it's different in the sense where you have to multiply each layer and then also change in multiple variations and everything, but make sure that they're all going to work together at the same time, because with the coding side of it, it's put through a randomizer. So I don't get to decide what layers actually get to be on the art at the end. So it can combine them however the code wants to assemble them, essentially. So I think that's also one of the most exciting parts, is seeing how it's all going to turn out. I'm obviously going to test it. We're going to run it through the code and everything, but that when I get to see them up and all minted and everything, that's the most exciting part, definitely.
Yeah. And there are layers to this for the viewers that don't know behind the scenes. What happens is you need to manage socials like, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. You need to create a utility. So, we have people working on that. Obviously, Josh is very hard on the artistry. Ryder and myself, kind of where we come into play is, we're jack of all trades, but we do a little bit of the negotiation when it comes to, working with affiliate marketing and different types of collaborations. The other thing people don't know is, in order to I'm not going to say successfully sell an NFT, but to kind of solidify that, is you need to land yourself in what they call a marketplace. Magic Eden is the huge one for Solana. Was it SolSea? And for Ethereum. So when you guys look at NFTs, when you buy them, usually they're on a marketplace. we have a website that's being built. So there's a lot of work being done behind the scenes, and it's just, a small team that's just kind of doing a little bit of everything. So, we're really being put to work, and we have to put our heads together and be transparent with each other in terms of what our vision and our mission is to execute on the topic. So that's been as a crypto miner, my mind is kind of one dimensional. So I have to kind of change the way my brain works in the business sense to be able to kind of wear all these different hats and help with decision makings. Because Josh is always like, hey, I've got this GIF, or I've got this piece of art for socials. He's got it down. Like, we have no doubts at all. Like, he already built the collection. The collection is solid. But it's the little things, the little daily operation things that are time consuming and being strategic. So that's the fun part. It is challenging, but from my perspective, that's the part that kind of we have to kind of get a little elbow grease going to really, make progress on that. And that's the new thing for me, because as a crypto miner, like, and for you, DJ, it's like, yeah, we do the math. Yeah, we do our research on what we know or think we're going to make. We strategize about the piece of hardware we're going to, procure or run, and choose the right coin. But that's it, right? I'm not having a business meeting with you about, what is my 3060 going to do today or tomorrow? Like, those decisions are made, we can make those pretty well in advance and what we're going to do. In terms of that, like, we do that at the time of the build. Like, this just like, it's just a different dimension, and it's crazy. So
for sure, it sounds complicated, man. A lot of work.
Fun.
Yep.
Yeah. Bacon and Eggs is asking, what's the best token to make an NFT on?
Okay, do you have that answer, bro?
Me?
Yeah.
It depends. Well, there's multiple different networks, right? But no, really, I can't really say. I also own multiple NFTs in the different networks to kind of spread my eggs in multiple baskets, right? So regarding that, it's really hard to say. I like Cardano, where that's going.
Yeah.
I like
100%.
Solana for smaller operations. Ethereum seems to have obviously a great footing for large projects. So I think it really depends on the project and what they plan.
100%, dude. It's a good answer.
And actually, one really exciting thing that's happening is OpenSea might be accepting Phantom wallets.
Oh, wow.
Which means Solana will be on OpenSea.
Bridge.
So that'll change NFTs, at least on OpenSea, completely.
Yeah, they're bridging. A lot of NFTs are bridging over from Solana to Polygon, and back with no gas. So that's really making it attractive. If you got a lot of money, a lot of the bigger traders are on Ethereum just because of the gas fees and stuff. But I like Solana. It's quick, it's fast, it's cheap, it's fun.
You paid less than a cent, per transaction,
And that's
On
what
Ethereum.
that's what attracted me, to be honest with you, DJ, is like kind of painting a little bit of the picture of how I got involved with these guys. Is like, I started looking at Ethereum projects, bro, just to freaking get into those. Like, we know the gas fees in Ethereum are just outrageous. I was so turned off. It's like, okay, you're gonna buy an NFT for what, $300, something like that, $400, but then you're gonna pay an additional $200 or $300 on a fee. Like what?
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, like,
No,
so
it's not only $300 sometimes. I was just about to mint one a few weeks ago, and there was a gas war. I wasn't lucky enough because I didn't want to pay that price, but gas was more than the price of mint, and I think the mint price was about, $500 or $300, some between there. Yeah, so insane.
There is projects doing stuff though to kind of negate that though. I saw a project that I can't remember what they did, but they had like a bundle. So if you wanted to buy 2 or 3, you didn't have to pay multiple gas fees. You could mint 5 of them and pay the 1 gas fee. So they're making advances, in that stuff. But still, it can be expensive if you're just trying to buy $20 worth of a shit coin or, you know, a little NFT.
Right.
So,
Well, hopefully 2.0 changes. I know it's not really good for the miners, but
Hey,
it's good
hey,
for it's good for
hey!
NFTs.
Watch what you say. Watch what you say.
We're gonna have some arguments going into the future about this.
How does that work? It's like
discussion.
it's like oil mixing with water, dude. Like, you know, it's like. No, I get your point. I get your point. Like, it's going to be interesting, but we got to move forward in the future. And I think, you know, Bacon and Egg said it the best. I think there's going to be a point where something needs to happen with crypto mining, and maybe it's going to be, you know, nodes, NFTs, ASIC mining might be the future. Yeah, crypto mining, there might be, GPU mining rather might still be around, but in a small capacity, right? So we have to keep that all in mind. But I enjoy the hell out of this, man. Like, I love doing all of this. It's fun. And even beyond like the fact of like making passive income, it's just the following, like being a part of the community, having a foot in with you guys and the crypto mining. It's wild, dude. It's just something else. So you just learn every day. Like, dude, like when I chat with you guys, like, you know, DJ and the rest of the mining community, and then you guys on the NFT side, I'm just like, okay, I didn't know about that. Like, oh, that's cool. That's wild. And you can kind of benefit from all this. So it's a symbiotic
Things
relationship.
move
They move lightning speed. Mach 1, baby. Yep.
Right. You can't keep track of it all yourself. So having a team filling in all those little gaps and pieces is essential.
100%. Hey, boys, we got about 20 minutes left in the stream, or I want to try to wrap this up fairly quickly. We can have an AMA, so those of you in the chat, feel free to pop in at any of us at any time. Ask any type of question, whether it's NFT related, GPU mining, we can handle it. And I want to turn the tables a little bit. DJ, you and I talked a lot in the beginning of the chat. I want to flip it to Ryder. I'm gonna make you guys sweat, but Ryder and Josh, in terms of the crypto mining stuff, like what type of questions do you have for us? Like, I know we didn't script this at all. Like, this is just off the cuff. Like, what do you want to know from us? Like, what type of questions do you have, if any?
I want to know how to turn my shed into a money printing machine.
Oh, well, we got just the guy to answer that question on the call.
Do you have a panel in there?
Yeah, right. I do actually. I've got 220 out there, and then it's got a bunch of 110 outlets. I don't know exactly everything about it, but yeah, it's all set up. It's just got some junk in it. It's like, I feel like it could be doing so much more. You know what I mean?
Oh, you can definitely set it up, man. Just don't ever use more than 80% of whatever that breaker is. So if it's 20 amp, only use 80% of 20. I don't know what that is off the top of my head. You'd have to calculate that or convert that. But yeah, I mean, you'd be good to go, man. It's really that simple. Yeah.
It's exciting. I've been kind of picking. I feel kind of bad when me and Caveman are in the VC. I'm always, hey, what does this card do, and you know, what's this cost, and what's this going to cost me, and kind of all that. It's kind of cool to have that resource there to.
Right.
It's probably annoying sometimes, but I don't know. It's whatever.
Guys, I'm so sorry. I have to step out. I'm so sorry. I need to put my kid to bed before I go on Misfits.
You're good.
It was a great. I'm so sorry to leave so suddenly, but I have to put these kids to bed, man. My wife's gonna kill me.
No worries.
I'll be watching though. I love you guys. Thank you. Hit me up a DM. Caveman, can you still hear me? You guys hear him?
Nope.
He's gone quiet.
Can you hear me, guys?
All right. Yes.
Okay, I'm there. My mic was doing some weird things. But yeah, DJ, appreciate you coming in, doing the stream with us. And
It's an honor.
Yeah, this was nice. It was awesome.
Hit me up, boys.
100%.
Give me some apples or something. Is that what's called, apples?
Oh, you might have a white list. We'll talk about it. So we'll see.
All right. Hey, you guys take care, man. Nice meeting y'all.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that.
All right, brother.
So yeah, guys, we're just gonna wrap it up here. Any last questions from Josh or Ryder? Can you guys hear me?
Hello.
Yep, we can hear you.
Yep.
I can.
Okay. Seemed to be some delay.
Any last questions?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Actually, yes. I wanted to ask about the whole ice age situation, because I know as mining gets more intense, the more that people get on it, you need faster and faster computers. Is there going to be when you expect when there's going to be a certain point where you're going to need like supercomputer kind of thing?
So it's not necessarily about having the faster computer. It's just about efficiency. So when we end up in an ice age, it's gonna the war is gonna come down to who has the best electric rate. Okay, so for myself, I pay 12 cents a kilowatt hour. I don't pay that much in terms of electricity, but there are some people that pay, I think, 6 cents. 8 cents, 10 cents. So those are going to be the guys that are sticking around the longest. So the more powerful the cards that you have, like for example, a 3090 pulls a lot of watts, like 300 plus watts at the wall. So that that being said, if you still want to profit off of that card, you need to have a good electric rate. That's what it comes down to. There's nothing else to be said. That ice age, only the strong survive, means those who are the most efficient will stick in it the longest.
Profit.
Exactly.
Got you.
So that's what it comes down to. I am lucky to have a 12 cents kilowatt hour rate. That's good. When we talk about Ethereum, I think Bacon and Eggs just put it in the chat. He said the difficulty bomb is going to happen in June. So what that is, it's a piece of code that's set on the Ethereum network that actually makes it more difficult to mine. And it's kind of almost like a time bomb that ticks. The difficulty gets harder and harder as we approach the merge. So, if people still want to, there's going to be like a wean off period of those who are mining Ethereum as that difficulty bomb is set in place. And it's kind of almost happening now in a sense, just because the network hash rate is so high. Everyone who is mining Ethereum is still like, the whole network is still on it. There are more people buying cards and they're just trying to get every last drop of Ethereum. And essentially what that is doing is that is increasing the network difficulty. So, people see the date in front of them and they want to, say, okay, well, it is the most profitable coin to mine. Like whether you could argue that, like, there's Helium, there's Toncoin, there's a few other coins out there that are in the mix. There's Flux that's in the mix. At the end of the day, Ethereum is still the top coin. So it doesn't, those other coins don't necessarily matter in the long scheme of things. People are still 99.9% of miners are on Ethereum for GPU miners. So, those that are new to the community, they're coming in and trying to get a little bit of bag or try to do something or try to figure, hoping that, mining will hold out. They're just adding to the difficulty of the network. You know what I mean by that? So when the ice age happens, the network difficulty bomb sets in, profitability starts to sink, people start to go to different other coins, other networks. And what happens there is if we get a direct traffic flow to one particular coin, let's just say hypothetically everyone goes to Flux tomorrow. Let's just say the merge happens tomorrow. Everyone goes to Flux. The difficulty is going to be so immense that the profitability of that coin will not be good. We will almost oversaturate the network in terms of Flux, where it just simply won't be worth it to mine. And then you'll have people jumping off of that and selling their rigs. So it's hard to predict what's going to happen. I think the perfect storm is to have a few strong different coins, Flux, Ergo, and have a very healthy spread of miners across those networks. That is the best case scenario when the merge happens. Because what will then happen is an equilibrium of network hash rate dispersed across these different coins and networks, and the profitability will stabilize.
Yeah.
So
and they say also, regarding the different networks when that happens, gas fees on all of them will they'll relatively drive each other down to zero or minimal. No.
right, right. I think that's another component of it too. Obviously, Ethereum won't be mineable, so worrying about the gas fees and all that stuff is a different story. But those other coins, transactions fees, that's going to be an interesting topic to see how that unfolds as well, based upon the network.
Gotcha. Awesome.
So
Thank you for explaining that, bro.
yeah, dude, it's an interesting time to be a miner. It's a little bit scary. It's kind of like a roller coaster ride. It's like we don't know what tomorrow brings. There's
Right.
always, like, I feel in these last couple months there have been these projects that have sort of surfaced in terms of I don't know how to say this, like piquing our interest in terms of hope beyond the merge in Ethereum going proof of stake. Like Alephium, that had a huge run. I can't bring my screen up right now because I don't want to screw up the screen, but you look at the profitability of that had some huge spikes. Toncoin, I grabbed a fat bag of that when that came out. That seemed to have some cool like hype to it. So there are some people in developments and some coins that are out there that are actually trying to make strides towards the proof of work community. And my only hope is the next 3 to 6 months, supposedly, okay, this is speculation, as I mentioned in the beginning of the call, that Ethereum might be pushed out in terms of when it actually will be facilitated on the merge, right? So we can only hope more and more projects pop up and there's more strengthening around the crypto mining community, that we actually get good buy-in to these other projects. That is my hope. That is my one wish, because I love to make content. I love to mess with these graphics cards. I like to buy them. I like the scientific aspect. And beyond that, it's like I love the community. I love the people in chat. I love the other crypto mining content creators. I don't want that to go away. Like it would be like a loss. Like it would be like losing a family member. You know what I mean? Like it's just there's an emotional aspect to crypto mining that people don't understand. That it brings joy to my heart. It actually is exciting. You learn. You're making money. It releases all these endorphins that people don't see the emotional and psychological side to this, that it really affects us, and it's something else. So
Definitely. Awesome, brother.
Ryder, you have any other questions?
I don't think so, man. It's been a lot of fun. Appreciate you having us on here.
Absolutely, guys. This has been a joy of a ride. I know we kind of went a little bit over on our stream here. I'm going to check on here who's up next. It's our buddy Chump Change XD. He didn't post his video, but I'm going to post a link to his channel. And here, he's going to next stream. He does what we call the Saturday Night Live. He's actually a few miles from me. I met him. He's an awesome dude. Wise crypto mining dude. He's got an awesome channel. So I will encourage people to go ahead and check him out. 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Put his channel in the description, in the comments below. I will leave a couple last plugs here. If those of you interested in crypto merch, we are partnering with Crypty.co. So go ahead and check that out. We're going to have our Apple Tree NFT collection up there in terms of merch. And most importantly, we have our Discord. Those who are interested in the Apple Tree NFT project, please come and join us. Check out the project. Don't be shy. Even if you just want to pop in and check it out and learn and ask some questions. Yeah, just to talk.
We're always hanging out there.
We're pretty much available 24/7 in the Discord. So don't be, definitely don't be shy in terms of that. So I'll leave a link in the description there. And yeah, we'll go from there, guys. And with that being said, we will cut the stream here. I hope everyone has a good rest of the night. We'll see you next time.
Peace
Signing
out.
off. Peace out. Take care, guys.
Thanks for having us.